That was a long, tiring run on my branch line. I could really go with a nice long drink.
Well, I'm sorry, Thomas, but I have a very important job to do. There's been a commotion on your branch line and Terence is in trouble. You must clear away the rubble right away so Percy can get through with the freight train.
But sir, I mustn't leave until Bertie arrives with the passengers.
Ah, of course. Hang on, I think I can hear him coming now.
I'm so sorry, Thomas, but the roads have been ever so dreadful lately. You must get Edward to bring me some more tar to fix them. I'm sure the Fat Controller won't mind getting you some, Bertie. But quickly, get your passengers loaded up. I have to clear up some rubble and save Terence and Percy.
Of course, Bertie. I'll get Edward right away to bring you some fresh tar. Now, Thomas, you must go as fast as you can. Deliver your passengers and then get to your branch line. This is an emergency.
Come on, Annie and Clarabelle. Come on, Annie and Clarabelle. Fizzling fireboxes! Look at that mess! Terence, how did this happen? I can't say I know, Thomas. I got out of my shed this morning to plough this field, and bam! It was all there, and we were getting distress calls from Percy, who's trapped on the other side of the line. That's a big mess. I don't know if just us two can handle it. Hang on, can you hear something?
Hello, chaps. I'm Harold and I'm here to help. I'll lift these things out of the way before you can say lickety-split.
But Harold, that's a big job. Are you sure you can manage it?
Don't worry, Thomas. I know exactly what I'm... Oh! I'm out of petrol! Yikes! Oh no, I knew I should have refueled before I left the Sodor Search and Rescue Center.
Bust my buffers! What are we going to do now, Terence? There's no way I can clear the boulders, the logs, and Harold out of the way in time.
Don't worry, chaps. I prepared for every kind of emergency. I've got an emergency distress beacon, and I'll send it out right now. Here goes. This is Harold here, sending out a distress signal. There's been an accident on Thomas's branch line, and I'm unable to assist. We're calling all units, unable to assist.
It sounds like Harold's in trouble. A chance for the red engine to be a hero. Excellent. I'll go on Thomas's branch line and help him out. Then the Fat Controller will be sure to give me some new paint and let me pull the express. Alrighty, Giant Fireman. Quickly, to Thomas's branch line as fast as we can. Don't worry, everyone. James is here, ready to save the day.
James? How did you get out here? I mean, the Fat Controller confined you to your shed because you don't have any wheels.
Thomas, what are you talking about? Of course I have wheels. Oh, right. Yeah, those wheels.
Damn it, Thomas! You broke the suspension of disbelief! Yikes!
Good work, Blue Puffball. I bet you the audience hadn't even noticed.
Oh dear, what have I done? Ah! I can hear Percy coming!
As you can clearly see, I have my 3 Bluebird sets, 3 of the 4 only Bluebird sets produced by the Bluebird company, lined up in front of me. The latest addition, as you can see, is this new Red James set, which I believe 4Corey has acquired. However, this James set, despite looking refreshing red compared to the blue of the Thomas, has just as much of a dark side as any of these other sets, and in fact, has something, as I consider, more. But as we'll go on, we'll discover the real side of these Bluebird sets, and ask some more key questions, and I'm starting to see some very similar problems appearing with all of these sets, even in their greatness. As you can see, the James set looks very similar to the Thomas set once it's all folded together. If we move it around, as we see, we've got the signature Bluebird writing on the back, which is 1997 again, made in England, and the Bluebird Toy Company. However, the difference in this one is that we've got these 2 white things protruding from the side. And the question is, what are they? Well, I'll show you later on. Another interesting feature to denote is that we've got curved bits on the side, whereas if we have a look at the Thomas one, when we fold him away, we've actually got raised walls. Or, in the case of this section over here, we've got a blue piece that reinforces them, rather than having these round cutaway sections here. Now we've got a very nice cartoony rendition of James with the words James written on them. As I said, these really bright, happy boxes are what I really like about these sets. And then we open it up, and unlike any other set, there's not very much assembly to do, apart from, in this case, because I think this tree has become unglued, to insert it back into its proper hole. Oh, there we go. You can see it's very flimsy. And as you can see, now we've got the set. I can really have a look. So the James set comes with 2 characters. We've got Harold, and he's a very, very nice rendition of Harold. I really like him. He's got moving propeller blades, and, you know, pretty nice detailing for something of this size. His face, if I can get it in focus, nope, doesn't look like it, is a really nice little face. But you've seen that in the introduction video. He's also of an interesting scale, and he's probably maybe the tiniest bit too big compared to one of the engines. Now then there's James, and unfortunately for me, this set had James without any of the signature silver wheels which run on the track. Now, it's really interesting me about how this actually happened. The eBay buyer didn't say, seller rather didn't say, but I mean, apart from that, James is in very good condition, apart from, you know, one scratch here, and a couple of little ones in other places. The set's in really great condition, so I'm wondering how both wheels, not just one, both of the 2 silver wheels, there you go, you can see what they look like, have managed to fall out. However, lucky for me, because of the size of James's fake wheels, these ones here, he actually still sort of sits on the track. Like that, crudely. I didn't think it would matter much to a child in play, but it does mean that I'm still on the search for a James, which is complete. And then we've got his tender, which is a really, really good rendition. It's probably my favourite of the James and his tender combo. It's got this really nice little coupling here. Buffers, note there's no coupling on the back of that, but I'll talk about that later. Little coal, ice 5 with the fake wheels, and then the silver wheel which rolls really nice and smoothly along by itself. So as you can see, we can couple James to his coach and they sort of go along this track. As you can see, this is not actually a loop track, which is something I'll talk about later. We've got the track starting here, which goes around through this little turntable, up to here, and there's a buffer section there against the radio tower thing. Then we've got this 3-track tunnel, which only has tracks in the middle. And this one has a removable roof, as we can see there. As does this building here, has a removable roof. However, why both of them are removable, I don't really know, because they don't really do much in the way of removable. Now we've got this nice little station here. You see we've got a typical sort of grass. There's a signal here, which I really like. Very nicely placed, and it really fits in with the set. We've got a little hut here, a fence. Those are those trees, and this radio tower, which is a little bit bent in my case. So now, let's have a look at what those little things on the side do. That. If we spin this wheel here, turn some cogs and gears inside, which make this spin. Now, not only is this cool, but you go, what's this for? And then you go, hang on, what's this for? And then you put 2 and 2 together, and we attach Harold onto the side of our radio tower, and off we go. We've got a flying Harold here. Harold flying the skies, protecting citizens everywhere. I think that's a really nice addition to the set and really adds play value to Harold, because not only can he take off and fly by his own, he's also got this little function here. Now the second one, as you can see, moves his turntable. Now the turntable that I have only moves like this, and then sort of stops, and it's really stiff. So I'm wondering to anyone else, like for Corey for example, who does actually have this set, whether it spins all the way around or whether it only goes side to side. But unlike the stiff set, and the really stiff one here that we've got on this Bluebird set, this one is nice and smooth, and I really like that. I think that would be a better choice for the big set over here. So now I've had a look at it, and we can see that, you know, it's really quite an, action-packed playset. But is it quite as action-packed as Thomas' playset, is the question I'm going to be asking. And also, how many things are wrong with it? Well, to start us off, as you can see, I don't have this set, but if you have a look at the faces, there you go, you can see Thomas's face now. And you can see that, you know, oh, it must be James's face, as we can say for this one here, which you can't really see on the camera. I was like, oh yeah, must be James's face. However, these were both clearly pre-production models. Because if we have a look at James's face, it's a lot better rendition, and a lot closer to the cartoon kind of styling that we've seen in these kind of, at this time. And I actually really like this style of face, if you can actually see it in the camera, which unfortunately, there we go. It's a really nice, you know, friendly kind of James face with those signature nose and cheeks that make him the bright red engine. And as I said, apart from the fact he's missing his wheels, this is once again a very nice rendition of James. And I really love the added details, such as the windows painted on here, and the yellow dome, and these little bits painted on the side. And remembering that none of these are decals. If we had this today, I very much think you'd have to stick these stickers on yourself like you do with the wind-ups. So after